L'acido ialuronico è sempre più studiato a livello internazionale. Sul suo utilizzo, sulla sua efficacia, non c'è ancora un orientamento generale, una presa di posizione generale da parte delle società scientifiche e delle autorità regolatorie. Ci sono posizioni abbastanza diverse. Su questo tema il professor Chevalier dell'Università di Parigi Est ha tenuto una lezione veramente molto interessante qui alla seconda edizione dell'ISIAT, l'International Symposium of Intra-Articular Treatment a Barcellona. Professor Chevalier, which are the position of the most important scientific society involved in the cure of osteoarthritis, regarding hyaluronic acid, of course?
Yes. So we have now several updating of the most important society in osteoarthritis. I mean, we have the American College, we have the Orthopedic Surgeon College, we have the ORC, the NICE recommendation. I mean, and most of these recommendations said not to use anymore, or more and less not recommended, hyaluronic acid, and except the EULAR recommendation, which have not been updating right now, which is still recommended hyaluronic acid in NEOA.
And EULAR is the European League Against Rheumatology, so it is the most important society in Europe.
So we're really waiting the recommendation from EULAR. I think it's a very important point, because of course for us in Europe, it is the most important recommendation.
So EULAR so far is positive for the use of hyaluronic acid in osteoarthritis?
Yes, they are positive still now, but I mean, to be honest, we are just waiting the updating of this recommendation.
Okay, but why, in your opinion, there is this different attitude towards hyaluronic acid with a so important scientific background for this product?
Well, I would answer like a little bit like you. I mean, I'm just wondering why, because the re-evaluation, the clinical re-evaluation, show some pulsing result, but the majority of the trial were positive, and I really think that most of the recent decisions from those society are coming from one meta-analysis published in Annals of Internal Medicine, which appeared to be negative. But in fact, it was not so negative, because the final results show that hyaluronic acid in a good clinical trial were more and less positive. So I'm just wondering why such a decision has been taken.
In your lecture, you spoken also about other drugs used in osteoarthritis and about the position of the scientific societies regarding the usage of these drugs. Which is the situation? Because you say that it's not much different from hyaluronic acid for many compounds.
So you're right. I think that's really the key point of any international recommendation. It's not to have a point of view of one drug, but to give a perspective in a disease. And I think it's really the problem, because if you compare hyaluronic acid, for example, with acetaminophen, we do know that acetaminophen is not effective in a way. And just take the recent NICE recommendation, and you will see that acetaminophen is no more recommended. So I think the very important key point is to compare, I mean, for example, hyaluronic acid with other drugs. And if you do that, you may observe that hyaluronic acid is a good alternate therapy until now, in a way. I mean, unless we have a very effective and safe treatment, which is unfortunately not the case in a way.
So which is your comment about this situation?
Well, my comment is that I hope that in the future, I mean, in the new updating, especially the Euro 1, hyaluronic acid will still be into the recommendation, because I think that we have not enough other drug, or not enough argument to say that it is ineffective in patients with OA.
And regarding ISIAT, you were in Rome for the first edition. You have the privilege to speak with you also in Rome. Which is your comment about the Barcelona edition of the ISIAT?
So I think the baby, I mean, the kid is growing very well. It was a very interesting congress, very challenging, and we can see that there is a lot of emerging intra-articular therapy. I think especially of mixing hyaluronic acid with other drug, with free radical scavenger and so on, with corticosteroids. So it's a moving area, and I hope that in 2 years we can present much more interesting data.
So there is a big future for hyaluronic acid, also if the scientific societies have
Yes, there
this
is a big future. I mean,
attitude.
let's say there is a big future in general for intra-articular therapy, including hyaluronic acid, but plus other drugs.